That is the spark. The first time you got back up. Each time is its own flame. When that resonates in your soul and the echo is heard and someone else catches fire, that is the moment you realize life is worth living. I was born with a double spinal deformity. I was born with degenerative idiopathic scoliosis and spina bifida, which is where your vertebrae are not as wide. They're not properly formed, so my vertebrae were very narrow at the very bottom of my spine. I had something going on I knew when I was younger. I was in constant pain all the time. And at some point I decided and pinpointed that it was my back that was causing it. And I started visibly being able to see that I was crooked. So I started doing research. And everything I researched pointed towards exercise. And then when I was 14, someone finally diagnosed me and confirmed that yes, I had scoliosis. They also explained that I'd already stopped growing and that the only option left would have been surgery. But because I had the spina bifida, they had nothing to screw the rods into. And the doctor looked at me when I was 14 years old and said, someday you will not walk again. I just thought, no, I can find a way. I will find a way to beat this somehow. And as I continued to grow and throughout the years, what I would do is just keep doing more research. And I would change my fitness routine. I eventually added yoga. I added kickboxing. And for a while there, I actually started to improve the curvature in my spine. So I was going to defy the doctors. I defied everybody. I ended up, because I left the religion with no friends and no family, striking out on my own, facing all of this, and still determined I was going to have a life that mattered and had a purpose and did something for somebody else, not just me. Along the way, I had a child. It was very difficult because my disease was very progressive, and he would have to watch me go through these really horrible periods of time where I would get these very debilitating migraines. I remember when he was little, one time I was literally having to go down the stairs one step at a time on my bottom because I literally couldn't stand. And him putting his hand on my knee and saying, Mom, I know you can do it. You can do it. And I remember one time when I was really terrified and I ended up hysterical on the floor in tears because I had gotten out of bed one night and I went to take a step and I couldn't feel either leg. And I fell. And I waited a few minutes and I got up. I tried to push myself up and I tried to stand again and I fell. And that happened like 4 times, which had never lasted for that long again. I found a doctor who knew exactly what was wrong with me, who gratefully knew how to actually build vertebrae for me, for them to be able to screw in the rods. That was an amazing breakthrough in the medical world. And that was so exciting for me because that meant we could save my ability to use my leg. That meant I would be able to walk again. I didn't know if I was going to survive that surgery, but I was determined that if I was going to live, I was going to live well. So I decided to risk it. I actually made preparations for the event of my death. I made instructions for my son, for his belongings, for sentimental things, for things that I had left for him, for a letter that I wrote to him. And that was very hard. But I felt a responsibility. I wanted to leave my son with positive messages. Waking up from the surgery, I woke up happy, even though obviously I woke up in a lot of pain, but I woke up happy just because I woke up, first of all.
So Stacia's story, I think, is really special and embodies a lot of what we try to do at Photocracy. One of our key focuses is to empower people and to inspire them to make better health and fitness possible for everyone. When you hear about Stacia and the adversity that she's had to overcome, the ways that she's had to modify certain exercises so that they work for her and her body, and the things that she's had to struggle with, but work on constantly so she can eventually push her own boundaries and prove to herself that she can make better health and fitness a part of her life. To the extent possible, we want to be able to spread that message to every person on Photocracy and hopefully the world.
So I am now enrolled as a full-time student at Brooklyn College. I am doing a double major in studio art and creative writing. and that goes along with the project that I'm working on. I want to be able to be a freelance author and artist, and my goal is to, through my work, spread a positive life message, a positive philosophy for people to believe and know that even when really bad things happen in your life, you can either dwell there or you can look at it as a creative challenge and take it and build something better and do something really amazing and encourage other people along the way.
She's like that friend you need.
It doesn't matter if she's in a bad mood or not, she will make you feel so much more happier.
So much more happier.
How can I put this? If I am ever having a bad day and I feel like, oh, I can't do this, it's just like I have no excuse because she can do all these things and look how much she's been through.
After all the bad stuff that happens in your life and you could be this joyful and happy in life, it's just, wow.
Stacia has caused a domino effect within the fitness community. People who are like Stacia and also have disabilities have seen Stacia accomplish so many things and achieve her goals, and it has given them the courage to also try.
I find my mother's determination in life very inspirational. I know if she's capable of overcoming the many obstacles she's faced in life, as severe as they were with her many health issues, then I can strive for what I want in life without much difficulty and overcome my own personal obstacles.
So one day I found myself in the floor, not just on it, in it, and just in tears, feeling like I was just under so much weight from the burden of what I was going through that I just was not going to be able to get up. And at that moment, I got up out of the floor and I was like, that's it. I'm gonna change what I take in my mind. I'm gonna change what comes out of my mouth. I'm gonna change my mentality, and it's all going to be positive, and I'm going to turn this into something positive. And no matter where this road takes me, I'm still gonna be up.